Okay, this video will show you how to make the keychain where you remove the letters all the way through your keychain or partially into it where you could take paint and color the letters a different color. So we'll go back to our template that we have to draw out first. Then what I would do is, once you draw this out, I would constrain this and turn it and extrude it, and this is going to be 0.25. Now we're going to create a new sketch, and here is where you just use the text button, draw your text in there, put your initials back in, and highlighting them to make them larger, and bold to make them a little bit thicker. And your number, you'll have to figure out what your number is. I figured out that mine's 0.9. Works real well for mine. Remember, you have to have it highlighted, and then you can move it around here. So there I have my initials. What I'm going to do is finish sketch, and here's where you can decide to go all the way through or halfway through. If you extrude it all the way through, you click on your letters, cut it, click OK. You can go halfway or all the way through, which will work, but I have a problem with my O. I'll come back and show you how to fix that. Or I'm just going to undo this, do my extrude again, and instead of going all the way through, I'm just going to go 0.05 in. I'm going to cut it. Oops. 0.05. I'm going to cut. So it just goes in a little bit, and then what you could do is you could take different colored paint and paint this a different color. So if you have a black keychain, you could paint the inside red. And I'll show you how that would look then. If I go down here and change this to red, you could have it look like that and have this outside color be black. So you could have your keychain look like this, but you would have to just use your own kind of paint, and then the paint wouldn't wear off because it would be recessed in. So that's kind of a neat effect. If you don't want to have that all the way, if you don't want to be able to paint that, we'll just double click on our extrusion. I'm just going to say 0.25, and it would be all the way through. So now if we have it all the way through like this, I need to show you how to connect this O here, because you're going to have that fall out. So what you would do is new sketch, and any letters that you would have do that, you'd want to do this effect to it. You want to just draw a box, hit finish sketch. Every time I extrude something, I turn it so I can see it. And I'm going to click on this, and instead of saying coming out, I'm going to make it go back. I'm going to add the stuff to it, and it's going to be the 0.25. And now that connects your O, so it's not going to fall off. You can do the same thing to the top here. You could go new sketch, draw another rectangle up here. Hit finish sketch, extrude it, remember turn it so you can see what you're trying to extrude. If you can't click on the right part, it will not work. We want to add, cut or add to it. And you have your keychain like this. Now you'd want to go through and fillet everything. Click on the house symbol here, and we're going to fillet this like 0.18. We'll fillet these things. You can go more if you want, as long as you don't cut through your letters. Hit apply. You can go on here, and I would say you have to fillet these, or else they tend to be sharp. I'm just going to rotate this around. Take your time when you're clicking on those. And there you have your keychain with your name on there. And again, if you want to have that so it's not all the way through, you can paint it. Otherwise, it'll just be one color. So there you have it. Make sure you save this in your U drive as your last name. And once that's saved, the next step, I'll have a new video on how to convert this into an STL file so the 3D printer can print this out.